3Generate is the Children and Youth Assembly of the Methodist Church in Britain. The place where children and young people can have a time of fellowship with one another. They can share their experiences, their opinions, raise their concerns. They can raise what they want to see in their churches, how their churches are doing so well. But essentially, it's also a way for them to gather as part of the wider Methodist Church.
I think it's really important that our children and young people have got that space that they can explore their faith and what it means to them in such a range of different ways. Quite often it's easy as a young person to feel isolated, but by coming to an event like this, get to see that there's so many other Methodist young people across the country to feed the different ideas, to learn about different cultures and make sure that their voices are heard by the wider church.
You come here and realise that actually you're not the only Christian, you're not the only Methodist, there are many people like you and they are different, they are varied, they're exciting and you are part of that exciting story of Methodist young people.
This year the theme is In Tune. Our venues have been equipping these children and young people to be in tune with God in many different ways. We're at a health and well-being centre where they can think about their mind and they can meditate. We're at an arts centre where they can do arts and craft, they can write creative prayers, make drawings of how God speaks to them or how they want to speak to God.
I think what really was amazing was we did the stretch and prayer and it was just sitting there and meditating, and I think that's really made me realise what I can do to be in tune with God and how I can do it in my everyday life.
I think 3Generate is really cool. I love the layout of all the different sections and the different activities. And I think 3Generate is the perfect place to get my voice heard, as there's so many different activities that I can share my voice and listen to different opinions.
I found God at music, the bands, the festival, the worships in the morning. I'm grateful to have people I get to speak with about my religion, my faith.
We're sharing our faith through sports, through drumming, through artwork. We're all here for a sole purpose, really, so I think that's how we're really sharing our faith.
I think it's important to meet other young Christians, and especially when you're talking to other people, it helps me, come closer to God a lot.
I think I've really enjoyed spending time with my church, also meeting new people and getting together as a community. I mean, there is a broad range of view and also people who are willing to listen.
From the activities they have done, I certainly think they have found their voices. They talked about things that they want to change and how they've been interviewed. They've been given the chance to vote for things. I think their voices are being heard.
There's so much passion and so much courage and fearlessness in what young people are saying and what we're hearing at 3Generate and what we're hearing all year round. There's a real hope, I think. And I think the more that churches and society listens to that voice and taps into that and where that passion's coming from and where that calling's coming from, I think we'd all be better off for it.
Had the life on the margins, the race issue, the gender problems that we have in society. And hearing our young people talk about that, it's really touched me because they're amongst like-minded peers and they feel free and comfortable to ask the questions that we as adults shy away from.
What's really exciting about this year's 3Generate, it's about covenant. So that all the young people here, we're making their own individual covenants and going back to their churches and saying, we've made a commitment to God, now you empower us. And that's brilliant.
3Generate to me is more than just an event. It's something I look forward to as a kind of renewal of my faith every year. What happens here is really amazing, and I think 3Generate 365 is a really great extension of that and sort of trying to get that feeling you get of trying to keep that empowerment and that encouragement going.
I really hope that 3Generate will be a time when we can help to grow our church and also to empower other young people. We need to listen to them and we need to say to them, yes, we will act on what you're doing.
I've had an amazing time at 3Generate. I'm super excited to learn from the young people, hear what they're saying, and just listen to their stories, seeing them connect with God and I could see the Spirit moving in this place. We know that God was at work at 3Generate this year, and I'm very much looking forward to being back here again next year.